Macintosh CPA.
Good evening, good Sunday evening to you. Thank you for joining us for another beautiful Sunday evening in South Florida. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA and a member of SOFA. SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with one goal: to help eradicate and minimize financial illiteracy in America, one community at a time. And we have joined with SOFA to bring it to this community. So thank you for joining us. We are in Sunday school, so get your pen, get your paper, because we're going to be sharing some stuff with you. And as always, I always said, some things may be relevant to you, and some may be relevant to your loved ones, whether it's family, friends, or neighbors. So it's always good when you can share information that will be beneficial to others. So please don't keep us a secret. We have a website, financialliteracy.info. financialliteracy.info. We also have an email, support@financialliteracy.info, support@financialliteracy.info. If you want, you can send us comments, you can send us questions. We will address them via email if that's your preference. But on the website, yes, we have our media pages. Yes, we have Facebook. You can link us from you can link Facebook from there, and we'll encourage you. Go like the page, share it with your family and friends. Don't keep us a secret. And remember, all the previous shows, remember, they have been recorded. They have been posted on the website. So if you go on the website under the services tab, you will see previous shows where you can listen to a show that may have interest to you. And like I promised you last week, yes, the YouTube page is up and functioning. Yes, you can go on YouTube. It links you directly from the website. You can go to YouTube and you will see the videos. Oh my gosh. So we're bringing this information to you. We're in the studio. 954-792-1170, 954-792-1170. As always, we welcome your call. We welcome your feedback, your comments, because this program is about you. We are serving you, and we can better serve you if we know what you want. So if there are programs, if there are topics out there that's on your mind that you have not been hearing us share, or if there are questions, you can reach us. Remember, financial literacy. We believe we are well equipped to speak with you about any financial topic. Yes, I am bold enough to tell you that if we don't have the answers, we will find the answers to you. Remember, in previous shows, we have brought on CPAs, we have brought on mortgage broker, mortgage lender. So whatever it is that we can help you with, we can. And now that as I'm saying that, I have an attorney I'm going to bring on so you can call and ask your questions regarding estate planning regarding wills and trust. Because yes, I know many of you, yes, I'm talking to you, I'm looking at you, you don't have a will. You don't have a will, you don't have a trust. But here's the thing. Here's a big misconception. People believes, and I hope you're not one of them, but if you are, we're going to help to fix that belief because we're bringing you financial literacy in this community. People believe that it's only necessary to have a will and a trust when you're wealthy. Folks, all of you are wealthy. All of you are wealthy. Yes. And you may wonder, what does he mean if I'm wealthy? Your wealth is what you have amassed. Yes, you may not have Bill Gates' wealth. You may not have Warren Buffett wealth. Or, the new richest man in America now. Came out, 2 weeks ago? Jeff Bezos. Oh my gosh, a lot of you may not even realize the name, but when I tell you what made Jeff wealthy, you're going to remember. Jeff Bezos 2 weeks ago came out that he's the wealthiest man in America. And people are saying, well, if he's the wealthiest man in America, he's the wealthiest man in the world. I don't know if I'll go that far because you have countries and you have people where their assets are not communicated. Yes, but Jeff Bezos, where they says his assets now total $96 billion. Oh my gosh. It scares me to even say those numbers because those numbers, some countries, many countries don't even have that much wealth. And here it is, one man. And this is the guy, who founded Amazon. But don't be mad at Jeff, okay? Jeff started from the ground. Remember, Jeff wasn't one of those guy. He wasn't one of those guy that born with a silver spoon. Jeff started out selling books. Yes, out of his house. Yeah, believe it or not. Jeff Bezos, the wealthiest man in America, started out selling books out of his house. Out of his house. So why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? You see, sometimes you may be looking at your situation right now and you may saying, wow, I don't have anything, or man, I wish. Nah, every one of you, listen, I am talking to you. Every one of you have a talent. You have a talent. Maybe it may not have been materialized yet. But it doesn't mean you're count out. It doesn't mean. Colonel Sanders, yes. Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders. He didn't get his until 75 years old. 75 years old. And you may be saying, oh my gosh, Hubert, I'm not going to be as lucky. No. It starts with preparation. You know what luck is? It's where preparation meets opportunity. That intersection where preparation meets opportunity is luck. I know a lot of times people love to say, well, I wasn't born lucky. Listen, folks. Nobody was born lucky. We all born the same way. We weren't born lucky, so yes, I just wanted to just share that with you guys as we continue. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA. Last week we ended because we were going over a summary. We were going over a summary of what the purpose of this show. The purpose of this show. This show started January 1st. January 1st this year. So we have been on almost eight months now, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have been with us since the beginning. Yes, thank you. You all know yourself. I know I've gotten feedback. I know I have people they mention to me that they make sure that they prepare the kids for school. And they just plan that Sunday night, that 9 o'clock, that they're gonna get something. So I thank you for the vote of confidence. I thank you all. And for those of you who just started listening to us last week, we thank you also. So don't keep us a secret. So last week, if you were with us, as we say, we're going to summarize the purpose of the program. The purpose of this program is to help you, develop a financial economic model, a personal economic model. So if you ask the summary, what's the summary of the show? It's to help you develop a personal economic model. And how does that happen? How does that happen? Because we each, every one of us has an economic model. It may not have been developed yet, but we want to help you develop it. So what's a personal economic model, Hubert? You're just throwing those words out. What does that mean? Okay. A personal economic model is what? You take your resources, maximize it to your potential to deal with your current lifestyle and your future lifestyle. That's a personal economic model. If you look at it that way. So you're taking your resources. This is your resources, because we all have resources. We all have personal resources. So you're taking your resource and you're developing a model to maximize your resource for your current and your future lifestyle. Remember last week we said we're going to make an assumption. We're going to make an assumption that you're interested in your future lifestyle. Yeah, we're going to make that assumption. So that assumption we're making, if you don't think your future lifestyle is important, this is one of the hard saying, if you don't think that, then we're not going to be able to help you much. I'm just being real with you. If you don't think your future lifestyle is important, how are we going to help you? We cannot help you, because if you're just living for the current, then you're not interested in planning. But remember the saying, the man who fails, let me rephrase that, the person who fails to plan to fail. Yeah. The person who fails to plan to fail. So you may say, Hubert, how can somebody plan to fail? It's easy. If you fail to plan, whether you want to say the words, whether you want to accept that statement or not, it's not one of those subjective statements where it's my opinion. Your actions, we all grow up hearing the words. Actions speak louder than words. We hear it. So if you are not planning, or put it the other way, if you're failing to plan, then you're planning to fail, whether you want to accept it or believe it or not. So we are moving forward with the understanding and the assumption that you care about your future lifestyle. So let's summarize. So how do you develop that economic model? Remember, we talk about lifetime capital potential. Every person that is born. And remember the story we use with the train. Life is like a journey on a train. Remember we shared that with you. We are born, our parents bought our ticket, and we are placed on that train. But guess what? We don't know where our stop is. And that can be a challenging part. Because we don't know if we're going to live 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, or 100 years. We don't know. I have shared this statistic with you. that, and you can Google it. I challenge you, you can Google it. It says by 2050, by the year 2050, there will be 4 million centenarians. 4 million. 4 million. So you're talking about, and I say 2050, and you make say, oh my gosh, Hubert, that's just 33 years old. We're in 2017. In 33 years, we're going to be at 2050. We're going to have 4 million centenarians. That's one part of the statistic. The other part is the scary part. 99% of that 4 million will have run out of money. Yeah. Only 1% of that 4 million will have money. All the others will have run out of money. So do you see me sharing that with you? Do you see the importance of this show? Because we're bringing financial literacy to you. Because we don't want you to be a part of that statistics. Yeah, we don't want you to be a part of that statistics. But guess what? Here's the reality of it. Here's the reality. Tonight, I'm just getting real with you. I've been real. But tonight, I'm just bringing out some stuff. Here's the reality. I don't want you to be a part of that statistic. But here's the reality. If you fail to plan, and 2050 comes, and you are in that age group, you're going to be one of that 99%. I don't know of a nicer way to say it. So the question I ask you, you prefer me to say it nice or say it real, hoping that you may get a wake-up call? Yeah. Because what is happening? Medical science, irrespective of all the negatives you hear about health insurance and health science and all of that. Remember, whether you have a Obamacare or a Trump care, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what's happening. Trump care or Obamacare is not what determines the advancement of medical science. Medical science is gonna be advancing irrespective of Obamacare or Trump care or whatever care you want to call it. Medical science is advancing every single day. And because medical science is advancing every day, people are going to be living longer. Because think, for those of you, say for instance, those of you are more than 30 years old. We're just going to use 30 years old. That's the model we've been using. 30 years old, because so many things have changed in the last 30 years. Do you know the last 30 years in America? The last 30 years in America, we have advanced more than the previous 200 years. I know sometimes that's hard to believe. How can we advance more in 30 years than in the previous 200 years? Well, here's the shocking part. The advance that we have advanced is not just positive. The advance is also negative. So that's the scary part. So you're saying, so we're take it now. There's this thing going on CNN now talking about the 90s. The 90s, if you're thinking about a decade of time, the 90s, oh my gosh, the 90s, there are no 10 years in this country has advanced this country more than that decade of the 90s. And when I say advanced, I mean in positive and negative. Because here's what happened. In the 90s saw the creation of the internet. The internet is one of the greatest inventions up to this time. The internet. because it's a worldwide web. The days when you used to have to connect with people, you have to travel to see people, you have to phone to see people. You're connecting, you just go on, you connect via a smartphone, you connect so many ways. No, the entire world is connected. So you may say, wow, the entire world is connected. That means that's great. Yes. It has the great, but it also has the negatives. Because here's the thing. You remember this saying, news. Remember that says, oh, bad news. And this is a scary part. Do you know bad news goes 10 times faster than good news? Think about that for a minute. If you tell somebody something good, versus telling them something bad, that bad news or negative news, whichever term you prefer, it goes 10 times faster than the good news. So what happened? What happened with the internet? Here's the thing. Here's a scary part with the internet. I don't know how many of you know this, but here's a scary part in the internet. When the internet was created, I'm just giving you a little history. This email thing and you're talking about, this was all created by America Online, AOL. You remember AOL? You got mail. Oh my gosh, that was the start of something. So what happened? The experts then start looking at this thing that AOL created, and they now start to say, well, we're going to develop it further. Here's a scary part. I don't want to necessarily give them credit for it, but it's the truth. Do you know which industry is responsible for the spreading of the internet that made the greatest advancement on the internet? You guys, I know this is going to shock some of you, but when you stop, you're going to see. I don't necessarily want to give them credit for it, but that's the industry that made the internet, this global thing, started it out. I know you're wondering. The porn industry. The porn industry made this internet thing so great that people are realizing now that I don't have to just talk by mail. I don't have to just send mail. I can send pictures. Oh my gosh. That was the start of, wow. But I think I'm meddling there. So let's come back. So remember now, each of you, as I said, lifetime capital. Every person, let me remind you, we're in the studio. Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA. We're in the studio. 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. We welcome your call. We welcome your comments. You know what we're going through? We're going through a summary of the purpose of the program. A summary of the purpose where I want to come alongside you. Me and my team, we want to come alongside you and help you to develop a personal economic model. And you know that if we're going to be talking about personal economic model, you know we're going to interject some personal stuff. You know, I know sometimes we go down the rabbit hole, but we always try to come back out of it. But we have to share history with you, because history is what drives what we're going to do, even though they says past performance of anything is not necessarily a good predictor of the future. So people make that statement that past performance is not a good indicator of the future. But let me ask you something. What else do we have to go by to predict the future? We don't have anything else because none of us has a crystal ball where we can look into it. Yeah, you hear this crap all over here where people can tell you they can do this and all of that. But if you subscribe to that, that's on you. But if you believe you can go to somebody and that person gonna tell you what's gonna happen to your life in 20 years. If you believe then this program is not gonna help you, because here's the thing. You know the scary part, and I know I might be rattling some feathers here. Do you know most of those people who tell you what's going to happen to your life in 20 years, do you know most of them are broke? Think about it. If someone can tell you what's going to happen to you in 20 years, why can't they tell themselves what's going to happen to them? And I digress. I know that's a different topic, but I want to interject that. So we are going by what we can see, what we can predict. And how we measure prediction based on past performance. Like one of the things, because here it is, I'm talking to you about lifetime capital potential. Here's the thing. So how do we measure lifetime? Because we don't know how many years each of us gonna live. So what do we use? We use something called the actuarial tables. So right now, the actuary tables says a female will live on average to age 88. And male will live to age 81. That's the average we are working with. But remember, there are exceptions. That's just an average. So don't go say Hubert says all female is going to be dead at 88 and all male is going to be dead at 81. That's not what I said. You're going to have people die at 20. Yeah, you're going to. You're going to have people die at 30. You see what's up. People gonna die at different ages. And I just shared with you by 2050, we are gonna have 4 million centenarians. 4 million centenarians we're gonna have by 2050. So what we're using to measure lifetime is the actuarial table. Okay, that's what we're using. So we're going to talk about on the other side of the break, because the clock on the wall is telling me that I got a break for sure. So on the other side, we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you. We're going to develop this lifetime capital potential and let you know how to measure it. Okay, so stick and stay with us. We're going to be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA, a member of SOFA, the Society for Financial Awareness, with one goal: to help eradicate financial illiteracy in America, one community at a time. And I have joined SOFA to bring it to this community. So thank you for joining us. It's Sunday night. We are in Sunday school. So make sure you have your pen and paper. I'm gonna develop a formula for you now. On the other side, I promise you that we're gonna go deep dive and we're gonna show you how to develop a personal economic model, because that's the goal of this show. The goal of this show is to help you to develop your own personal economic model. Your neighbor's model is not yours. Your sibling's model is not yours. Each person has to have their own model, and that's what we're gonna go through now. Okay, remember, we are in the studio, 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. We welcome your call, your comments, your questions. We also have the website, financialliteracy.info. Financialliteracy.info. You can visit us on the web. You can make comments there on the web. You can link directly to Facebook. You can like our page. You can share our page. Don't keep us a secret. Share us with your family and friends. We also have a Twitter page. If you tweet, we have a Twitter page. We can respond to you. And we also have a YouTube page. Yes. We have a YouTube page. So the previous shows, you can go there and you will see the videos. You see the videos and the recording. I think my team has done a great job there. So I celebrate each and every one of them. They know themselves. So thank you. So visit us, give us feedback. Let us know how we are doing. Let us know what we're missing. And, whether it's positive, negative, because that's how we learn. Because our goal is to serve you. And if we know how to serve you, just share with us. Feedback is good. Thank you. All right. So let's go now. We're going to go into this personal economic model. So remember I said to you, everyone has a lifetime capital potential. Lifetime capital. So what are we going to use as lifetime? This is the model we're going to use. We're going to say for male, it's 81 years old. So if you take your age now, I will use 81. For those of you who are closer to 81, I don't want you to get please don't get mad at me because your number may be shorter, but we're using 81 as an average, okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to go at 81, okay? It doesn't mean that. That's not what I'm saying. You could be one of those that basically you're going to go to 2050 where you're going to be a part of that centenarian. And that is now where you need to even take closer attention, because if you don't make a plan, and if you don't have a plan, you could be in that 99% group that I tell you that in 2050, they will basically run out of money. That's a nice way to say they'll run out of money. But the real way is that they'll be broke. Yes, they'll be broke. That's the truth of the matter. They will be broke. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do then, so the model we are using for males, 81 years old, and for female, 88 years old. So that's the model we are going to develop. So how do you measure your lifetime capital potential? Your lifetime capital potential is going to be your lifetime earnings, your income potential. Because if you take your job, how much you're making now, whether you're self-employed, whether you work for someone, if you take what you're earning right now, to calculate your lifetime earnings, if you take what you're earning now and calculate it to when you think that you're going to work until or when you're going to die. That's the truth of the matter. You're going to say, well, people are going to retire at 65, 70. That's not a fact. That might be a wish. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have people going to work until they're 81. You're going to have people work until they're 88. And you may say to me, Hubert, that's cruel. No, I'm not talking about being cruel. I'm talking about reality. When last you guys visit Sam's and you visit Walmart, who are the people who are the greeters? Who are they? You don't see any 25-year-old greeting you at Sam's. If you see one, you tell me. It's not 25-year-old greeters. And you ask yourself this question. So when you see this 80-year-old person at Sam's greeting you, do you think that person is there as a hobby? Really? You really believe that person is there as a hobby? You think they're volunteering? I don't know. Maybe I have a different perspective. Here's where I see 80-year-old volunteer. I see 80-year-old volunteer at the library. 80-year-old volunteer at the Kravitz Center. They volunteer at the Broward Convention Center. That's where I see them volunteering. Do you know why? If you volunteer at one of those places, Kravitz Center, Convention Center, you have the opportunity to watch shows At the Kravitz Center, as a volunteer, you get certain perks where you can go and you can watch a show. And that's why 80-year-old volunteer there. No 80-year-old is volunteering to work at no Sam's. Granted, there may be exceptions. So we're going to digress. So what happened then is, so you measure your lifetime income. And so you're saying, but Hubert, you said lifetime capital potential. Your capital potential is your lifetime income plus your earnings, and in some case it may be losses. It's what you can earn over that period of time, so it creates a lifetime capital potential. Okay? So how is that earnings measure? How do you measure that? Because what happened, if you have your income and you want your income to be greater, then you have to identify what am I going to do? Am I going to save or am I going to invest? So that's one of the questions you're going to ask. Are you going to save or are you going to invest? Because that's the only way it's going to increase, because what you earn is what you earn. Okay, all right. I understand that we have a caller on the line. Oh my gosh, thank you. Caller, you're on the air.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
I would say, oh my God. While you're talking,
yes.
Like somebody, like a ton of brick eat you. You're talking factual stuff.
Oh.
When you think about the greeters, I'm just picking one and the other and say, you mentioned about the greeters at Sam's and Walmart and those that are downtown working, doing volunteer work.
Yes.
And it's really true when I think about it.
Yes.
It's like, I'm just thinking about, they said tomorrow may never come, but trust me,
yes.
to think about tomorrow.
Yes.
But, in our whole mind, we know, if we live to see tomorrow, we say, thank you, Lord. But trust me, what you're saying, I don't know, it just made me feel like, I don't know how to tell you.
Oh, my gosh.
It's real facts of life, factual stuff that is happening.
Yes.
To a lot of people.
Yes.
It's happening.
Yes. Oh my, I thank you so much for calling and sharing that, because sometimes when you're saying it, it seems like you're just saying it, but when the listeners are hearing it from you, they're hearing this is third-party validation. You're validating some of the things I'm saying. You're valid.
Yeah.
So I thank you.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it's happening now.
Yes.
Because what I know now, if I didn't know then, I would plan my life different. You understand me? I can't really explain, but, the earth. People talk about coming to America and, some people come. Some people make it. Some people are worried at this stage of life. You understand me?
Yeah.
You see a certain age to retire. Some people are thinking, I want to retire. But you have to retire with something.
Oh, my gosh.
Some of us who don't have nothing to retire with, it's like every day you get up, you're worried. That's why stress and pressure, we always have to be taking blood pressure medication. Because the stress of life in America, it's just not easy.
Yes.
And what you're saying, it's a lesson learning to a lot of people. And I thank you very much.
Yes.
Because I listen to you and I know it's like, it hit me, listen to you. It's really factual stuff. So thank you again.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
And continue to let us know that, listen, time is hard and it's not getting no easier.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, darling. Bye-bye.
Have a good evening. Wow. We ask for feedback. We share things and we ask for feedback. And sometimes when you get the feedback, it also hits you back like a ton of bricks, because sometimes as professionals, we are sharing from facts and statistics. But when someone calls and they share their personal testimony with you, it's you so much that wow. I thank that caller. I thank that caller. Yes. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, so so the phone lines are open. 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. I know there are more of you out there with comments and questions. We'd appreciate you calling, sharing with us. Share with us, whether positive, negative. Share with us. Give us some feedback to know how much we are sharing, because the value of anything is to know if you're making a difference. And we started this program in January with the hope of making a difference in this community. And I've told you, I've gotten so much feedback. But sometimes when you give me the feedback one-on-one, the other listeners don't hear it. Let me tell you, every time you call and you share with us, somebody is going to relate. You see that lady called? You don't know how many people, just her call, 1 minute she was on. But what she shared is so impactful. And others of you out there, you may have things that you want to share. I encourage you, because sometimes it's not just you sharing it, but others. You're helping others by sharing your testimony. I saw a lady the other day. I mentioned Sam's and you mentioned Walmart, and I saw a lady. She had to be near 80 at a Wendy's. I went into a Wendy's to get a salad. Yes, yeah. You're wondering what am I? Wendy's. I went to get a salad. Wendy's. I don't have any shares in them, but Wendy's has a good apple pecan salad. So I went into Wendy's to get a salad there. And sometimes you go there, you're a little bit tempted because they have a good frosty there at Wendy's. So you go into Wendy's sometime to get the salad and you're tempted to get the frosty. So I'm revealing it. So I went in to get the salad and I couldn't help it. I got the frosty also. So if I'm telling the truth about others, I have to tell the truth about myself too. They have that frosty there for 99 cents. I couldn't resist the frosty. But what happened is I saw this lady, cleaning the table, bending down. I don't know if it's like like chewing gum was near one of the foot of the table, and I looked and I says, wow. That lady's not at Wendy's doing that as a volunteer because she's bored. That lady probably ran out of money, and this is helping her to try to put food on the table. Because here's what happened. Here's a reality. You remember, you're thinking, well, that lady should have family members to take care of her. But here's what's happening, folks. Here's the challenge. That's what's happening. What's happening to the baby boomers? Let me tell you what's happening to the baby boomers. Those people that born between 1946 and 64, we consider them baby boomers. But here's what baby boomers know. Baby boomers are what you call the sandwich generation. Think about it. You have baby boomers right now. They are taking care of their parents. So what's the sandwich? They're also taking care of their children. This is the challenge for baby boomers, because here's the thing, folks. So you have this baby boomer where that baby boomer is supposed to be focusing on developing their lifetime capital potential. They're supposed to be developing their retirement where they have something for a rainy day or for their retirement. But here's the challenge. They're helping their parents. They're helping their parents. And if it's not just the parents they're helping, that would be bad and not bad enough. But they have to be helping their children. Their children. You want me to get it more scary? Let me tell you what else is happening. And I know people who are doing this right now. You're thinking they're just helping their children. They're helping their grandchildren. Because the children who's supposed to be children has children of their own that they cannot take care of. Wow. Folks, I'm seeing this every week. This is not a fairy tale. I'm not talking to you about fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale. I'm telling you what is happening. So here's a baby boomer comes into my office. I look at their situation and wondering what's their plan. Mentally, they may have wanted a plan. They wanted to have a plan. But guess what happened? The parents didn't save enough. So the baby boomer is helping the parent. And then the baby boomer is helping their children. And those children have children. So you ask me now, let's be real now. Yes, this baby boomer now, their retirement is not set. What can they do? Can they tell mom or dad, we're not going to help you? Can they tell their children, we're not going to help you? What are you going to do with the grandchildren? Yeah, we can be hard and fast and say, well, that young teenage girl, she shouldn't have gone and have sex and now she has children. Really? So what you going to do? Throw the baby in the garbage? Is that what you're going to do? This is the challenge, folks. This is the challenge. This is what's going on. This is real life in America. And not just in America. This is in the world. This is not America. Because I'm telling you, I see it. I see it in Jamaica. Yeah. I go visit. This is real life story. I go visit a friend. And his sister is there. His sister is there. His mother is there. So I see another girl where he's saying it's his sister's daughter. And there are 3 other little ones. So guess what I am doing? Making assumption now. So I am thinking all these children are his sister's daughter. But guess what? The daughter, who is 17 years old, has 3 children. The 17-year-old has 3 children. Wow. Let me move on. I tell you, this is what's happening, folks. This is what's happening. Wow. Phone lines are open. 954-792-1170. 954-792-1170. Call us. Give us your comments. Give us your feedback. We only have a few minutes. We have like 7 minutes or so. We have time to take a few more calls. So call us and share with us. Tell me if I'm off base. Tell me what you're experiencing. Because as a financial plan, this is what I am experiencing as a CPA. People coming and I'm wondering, this person has been working for 20, 30, 35 years. And when I look what they have nothing. And you're thinking it's easy for us to judge and to say, well, this person didn't have anything because they didn't plan. The person couldn't plan. They may have had plans, but their plans got disrupted. Mom got sick. Dad got sick. Okay? All right, so what you gonna do? Dad got sick, mom got sick. This person has to help mom or dad. Then their children now beset hard times. What's that person gonna do? They're not gonna help their children? Come on. That's not how we grew up. We're gonna help our children. We're gonna help our grandchildren. And this is what's happening. So when you hear me saying people are not planning, don't think I am beating up people. I'm not beating that person who didn't have that opportunity. So I understand. Oh my gosh, we have another caller. Caller, you're on the line. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, caller. How are you?
I'm good, I called a while ago because I was on the road coming in, but now I reach home. I'm still listening to the program.
Yes.
But nobody wants to call, so,
Yes.
Just to just share my views on what I hear.
Please, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling, and share with our listeners, because I always want to know: am I off base? Am I making up stories? What's your view, caller?
Hello?
Yes.
No, my views is like, as I say, I called a while ago, and I reach home now, so I'm still listening, and you keep adding points. But where I catch it, because I catch it on my phone.
Yes.
When you say a 17-year-old have 3 children.
Yes.
We are thinking, we're thinking on the broad spectrum of life, with what is going on in America and with our new president.
Yes.
Can you imagine he wants to try to cut out a lot of things.
Yes.
Out of the system.
Yes.
These children, a lot of people live off, the food stamp world, just being plain practical.
Right.
Sooner or later, when Mr. Trump decides to listen, me not feeding no more children.
Yeah.
Nobody. A lot of people going to do.
Yes.
It's helping us. It's helping them. You understand me?
Yes.
But it's like, when you think about a 17-year-old with 3 children, survival.
Yes.
Survival is the key.
Yes.
I don't know. A lot of things going on in this world. And as I say, we just have to take one step backward and look and say, Lord, if we live to see certain heat, what the future going to hold for us?
Right.
You understand me?
Yes.
It's just hard. People just, mistake do happen. I'm not hating nobody. I'm just, talking practical about what is happening in the world now.
Yes.
It's like a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of people suffering even more than how we suffer right now.
Right.
You understand me?
Yes.
Because things is just changing drastically. Things is just changing.
Yes.
We never expect America will be like this at this stage. We expect better.
Yes.
And as I said before, better comes like worse hitting us.
Yes.
How can you say there's a God?
Yes.
God.
Yes.
All we have to do is pray out him every day, because it's like, it's stressful. We live in a stressful world now.
Yes.
We never expect to see this world like this. Not America alone, the world.
Yes.
Like this.
Yes.
But all we have to do is just hope, pray.
Yes.
Mighty God for change, because only him can bring change in our life in this world.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for sharing. We understand we have another caller on the line.
Yes,
so thank you. Thank you for sharing. Have a good evening, okay? Wow. We're hearing it, folks. We're hearing it. We just thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your feedback. The time is up on us. I think we have time for 1 or 2 more calls. I think we got another caller on the line. Caller, you're on the air. Hello, caller?
Hello?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Great. Thank you for calling.
I'm just calling to say, how would you address a person that got disabled, like, very early, before they could even start planning anything? What would you do?
That is a very, very interesting question, and we can give you some guidance there. So let me give you contact information so you can reach out. You can reach out to us, okay? You can call. We have a direct line for you, 754-366-7311. 754-366-7311. That's a phone number, okay? Or you can email us, support@financialliteracy.info. But call us and we'll give you some information. Call 754-366-7311 and we'll help you with that. We'll give you some direction on that. We on the air, with time up on us, we cannot do that. But call us, call the number there. Make sure you write it down, 754-366-7311, and we'll guide you through that disability thing. There are things that you can do, okay?
Okay.
All right. So we will be expecting your call. Thank you very much. All right. Well, wow, what an evening. Well, I want to thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the callers sharing what they've shared. The time is upon us, as we said to you that Sunday nights at 9 o'clock is the fastest hour of the week, but you have 24/7 access to us. Join us on the web, financialliteracy.info. Call us directly, 754-366-7311, 754-366-7311. This is Hubert McIntosh, your CPA and a member of SOFA. Thank you for joining us on WAVS 1170. Have a good evening, and we will see you next week.
Financial literacy with Hubert McIntosh on Waves 1170 has come to an end.